Good evening, viewers of NE8. This is the weekly roundup bulletin. As published on Monday, according to the inputs and studies of India Meteorological Department, Indian Council of Agricultural Research, Center for Aquatic Research and Environment, various official and unofficial studies revealed that between 2001 and 2021, the Northeast region witnessed the highest loss of forest cover. Northeast region of India, covering 8% of the country's total geographical area, environmental concerns are escalating despite the vast forest cover. With 65% of the region's 262,179 square kilometers under forest, climate change and global warming are leaving an indelible mark. Once held as a biodiversity hotspot, the Northeast, comprising 8 states, faces challenges from declining forest cover, vanishing water bodies, urbanization, and unchecked developmental projects. These issues are not just environmental but impact human life, wildlife, and nature at large. Tea plantations, a vital industry in Assam and Tripura, bear the brunt of climate change. Changing rainfall patterns and rising temperatures have affected these plantations, causing difficulties for the industry, which is a significant employer in the region. Between 2001 and 2021, the Northeast region, known for its high rainfall, is experiencing altered patterns, contributing to an overall drying effect. Assam and Mizoram are identified as the most vulnerable states to climate change, with extreme weather events including floods, cyclones, and hailstorms becoming more frequent. The region faces challenges that demand collective efforts from the government and stakeholders. As we look ahead, the impact of climate change on agriculture, the mainstay of the region, is evident. Variations in temperature, rainfall, and the distribution of monsoons are affecting crops, causing distress to farmers and communities, with experts emphasizing the need for immediate action. In Assam, over 600 BJP members led by three-time MLA Jagat Singh Ingti joined the Congress party. The event held at the Dipu Club marked a notable shift in the political landscape of the two hill districts. Jagat Singh Ingti, a former executive member of the Karbi Anglong Autonomous Council, joined Congress along with Pradeep Dipusa and Kantar Bey. This move is seen as a strategic effort by Congress to regain its influence in Assam's hill districts. Assam PCC chief Bhupen Bora played a pivotal role in this political shift, capitalizing on dissatisfaction after the last KAAC election. The move reflects a growing sentiment that BJP's promises were perceived as a betrayal, with concerns about the erosion of KAAC's power structure. Further, it sets the stage for potential changes in the state's political landscape. On Tuesday, tensions arose as a Peg District Madhyas Gayatri Damage Victim Association, or PDMGDVA, accuses the state government of hindering the timely settlement of damage compensation. In a letter to the state chief secretary, the association highlights that the government of India granted sanction on October 27, 2023, yet the release of compensation to beneficiaries faces delays. The file, having reached the Deputy Chief Minister for necessary clearance on November 3, remains pending. The association expressed its concern in court on November 16, where the additional AG sought an additional 3 weeks' time to obtain instruction regarding the compliance. Thousands of victims view the state government's actions as obstruction, warning that this could lead to a massive reaction. The PDMGDVA urgently calls on the responsible authority to swiftly address the matter and facilitate the immediate release of the compensation. With a stern warning, the PDMGDVA declares that if the state government fails to honor the contempt order by the end of November 2023, they will initiate a mass agitation starting the first week of December until the damaged compensation is released. On Wednesday, in a notable shift, the Eastern Nagaland People's Organization, or ENPO, has decided to reconsider its earlier decision to abstain from participating in the Hornbill Festival. The organization's change of heart comes after an emergency meeting held at Sitrongse village in Chumukedima. Led by Minister Seo John, a delegation from the Eastern Nagaland Legislators Union met with ENPO leaders to address the concerns that led to the initial decision. Following nearly 6 hours of closed-door discussions, it was agreed upon to relax the stand and permit cultural teams' participation in the festival. The decision to abstain, made on October 14, 2022, was rooted in the challenges faced by participants. However, the recent development reflects a willingness to find common ground and foster cultural engagement during the Hornbill Festival. As the festival approaches, this decision brings a positive turn to the dynamics, emphasizing the significance of dialogue in resolving community decisions. Stay tuned with NE8 as we navigate through the activities of Eastern Nagaland People's Organization. In an ongoing conflict, the Chozuba Range Public Organization (CRPO) has officially severed ties with the Chakasang Sumi Brotherhood until the resolution of a contentious issue involving Abel Asumi versus CTYA member, the CPO and Sumi Hoho Agreement. In a letter addressed to the Chakasang Public Organization or CPO, the CRPO expressed dissatisfaction with the CPO's response to the grievances raised by the Chozuba Ranch community. Alleging in unwillingness to address concerns, the CRPO decided to break ties, citing compromised principles for the sake of the brotherhood. The conflict stems from a September 5, 2023 incident in Chozuba town involving Abel Asumi and CTYA officials. A series of complaints, counter-complaints, and arrests followed, leading to strained relations between the communities. Despite attempts at resolution, the CRPO contends that the CPO's actions favored the Sumi Hoho without ensuring a fair hearing for both parties. The issue took a complex turn, intertwining legal cases and allegations. The CRPO's plea for an open discussion and hearing on the Sumi Hoho versus CRPO matter was met with resistance from the CPO. The failure to show the Hoho's formal withdrawal letter added to the growing tensions. A presumed solution was reached on October 3 between the CPO and Sumi Hoho without meeting the CRPO's precondition of the formal withdrawal letter. The Chozuba Range community considered this a betrayal and imposition. The CRPO, standing firm on its principles, conveyed its non-acceptance of the presumed solution. The intricacies of this dispute highlight the challenges in resolving community conflicts. In a crucial development, the Supreme Court has raised a significant legal question concerning driving license and transport vehicles. A 5-judge constitution bench led by Chief Justice D.Y. Chandrachud has asked the union government to reconsider the law regarding whether a person with a driving license for a light motor vehicle can legally drive a transport vehicle of a particular weight. Emphasizing that these issues impact the livelihoods of many, the court urged the government to take a fresh look at the matter, considering it as a policy concern. The bench stressed the need for a balanced approach, ensuring road safety and the well-being of other public transport users. The court has given a 2-month timeline for the government to conclude its examination of the matter and report back. This legal question arose from concerns about whether a person with a license for a light motor vehicle can operate a transport vehicle of a specific weight. Earlier, the court sought the assistance of Attorney General R. Venkataramani, highlighting the importance of understanding the Ministry of Road Transport and Highways position. The case stems from a 2017 verdict, and the court aims to ensure a fair resolution that considers the social impact and potential hardships. The Constitution Bench is set to resume hearings once the government communicates its stance. As this legal saga unfolds, we'll keep you updated on the Supreme Court's deliberations. On Thursday, the Western Angami Public Organization issued a firm stance against the installation of a gas pipeline under the National Highway 29 Package 3. The organization in a press release emphasized that no such project will be allowed until the ongoing 4-lane road construction is satisfactorily completed as per the project's specifications. The WAPO, comprising numerous landowners, had leased lands to NHIDCL solely for the purpose of the 4-lane highway. The organization stressed that land compensation did not grant permission for additional projects, especially those that could compromise the safety and health of the citizens in the vicinity. The organization expressed concerns about the safety of citizens, citing the commonality of gas plant tragedies in India and worldwide. The organization highlighted the specific challenges of their land, such as being a moisturized sinking and landslide-prone zone, posing risk associated with corrosion and oxidation of metal in the gas pipeline project. Therefore, the WAPO declared that any discourse for public approval of new projects like the gas pipeline, should only commence after the completion of the primary project, the four-lane highway, and sternly warned that any company or agency engaging in activities like the gas pipeline connection without prior permission will be held responsible for any untoward incidents. The organization asserted that public safety and security remain their top priority and no unilateral decision comprising safety will be tolerated. Meanwhile, Chief Minister Nipurio announced partnerships for the upcoming Hornbill Festival 2023. The United States, Germany, and Colombia will be the partner countries, bringing an international flair to the celebration of diversity. Rio shared on X that the USA will be a key participant, bringing an American music band and engaging in various festival events. He expressed optimism about enhancing collaborations and strengthening ties between the two nations. Germany's presence will rock the festival with ELM3, a German rock band, and screenings of renowned German film productions. A German business delegation will also join for discussions with the Investment and Development Authority of Naga. Colombia will add its vibrant touch with performers and cultural ambassadors gracing one of the Northeast region's biggest music events. In his post, Chief Minister highlighted the positive relationships and hoped these partnerships will bring countries closer for mutual benefit. As Nagaland gears up for the 25th edition of the Hornbill Festival, preparations are underway to make it a worthwhile experience. In health news, the Indian government assures its preparedness amid the influenza situation in China. The Union Health Ministry stated that India is closely monitoring the outbreak of H9N2 and respiratory illness clusters in Chinese children. The ministry emphasizes a low risk to India from both the reported avian influenza case in China and the clusters of respiratory illness. Media reports have highlighted respiratory illness clusters among children in northern China, prompting a statement from the World Health Organization. According to the ministry, recent data from China indicates an increase in respiratory diseases in children, but no unusual pathogen or unexpected clinical manifestations have been identified. A meeting under the Directorate General of Health Services discussed measures against human cases of avian influenza, particularly the H9N2 case reported in China in October. Amid concerns, the WHO has officially requested detailed information from China on the spike in respiratory illnesses, including Mycoplasma pneumonia and influenza flu among children. China, while playing down global concerns, claims no unusual or novel pathogens beyond seasonal ones were found. Criticisms, however, does linger over data transparency from both China and the World Health Organization, recalling past concerns related to COVID-19. The global community watches closely, hoping for accurate information sharing to prevent the spread of any potential health risk. On Friday, in a significant development, a ceasefire between Israel and Hamas has led to the release of hostages, marking a critical step towards peace as the war now counts to 51 days. Let's break down the key events. On Friday, Hamas released 24 hostages out of approximately 240 taken during their October 7 attack on Israel, triggering the conflict. The first day of the ceasefire saw a positive start with the release of these captives. The following day, November 26, brought a second truce. A group of 13 Israelis was released in Gaza, reciprocated by Israel releasing 39 Palestinian prisoners in the West Bank. 4 Thai hostages were also freed. The handover faced delays, causing anxiety among families, but urgent talks ensured a successful resolution. Notably, under the temporary 4-day truce brokered by Qatar, discussions arose over aid delivery to northern Gaza and criteria for exchanging Palestinian prisoners. Despite hurdles, a senior Palestinian official confirmed the dispute resolution, expressing Hamas' appreciation towards Egypt and Qatar for maintaining the temporary truce. The released hostages, part of a broader deal, involved 50 Israeli hostages, women and children, for whom 150 Palestinian prisoners will be exchanged over 4 days. The Israeli government views the truce as temporary, vowing to eliminate Hamas. The conflict originated from Hamas kidnapping around 240 people in October 2023, leading to intense Israeli airstrikes on Gaza. Continuing on November 26, a third thrust was reported. Qatar indicates the release of 13 children and women by Hamas, along with 7 foreign nationals, after 51 days in Gaza's captivity. Israel is expected to release 39 Palestinian prisoners. On Saturday, in a developing story from Nagaland, tensions arise as the state government's plan to form an apex tribal Naga body faces criticism from the Nagaland Tribe Council (NTC). Advisor to Chief Minister Nagaland, Dr. Chumben Murray, expressed surprise at NTC's detachment, dismissing allegations of a hidden agenda. Hitting back at NTC, Dr. Chumben questioned the maturity of the decade-old council and labeled their stance as antithesis to a progressive society. He emphasized the positive discussions held for the formation of the apex body, calling for unity among Naga tribal organizations. However, on November 25, NTC raised concerns over the government's motives. They alleged a hidden agenda related to population migration and questioned the inclusion of Ziliangrong body in the proposed Tier 3 under Tenime Union Nagaland. Quoting papers and write-ups, NTC outlined a 3-tier structure for the proposed apex body, emphasizing the inclusion of various tribal organizations. Quoting the Nagaland Village and Tribal Council Act, Dr. Chumben stressed the importance of legalizing tribal councils. He clarified the government's role in facilitating, not forming, civil societies. Dr. Chumben urged unity among Nagas and expressed hope that NTC would reconsider for the greater good. As the debate unfolds, it's clear that the formation of the apex Naga tribal body is a complex issue involving political, cultural, and legal aspects. Both sides present compelling arguments, leaving the Nagaland community at a crossroads. That's all for the week until the next bulletin. Historically, to remind you, in recognition of the contribution made by former Chief Secretary Nagaland, late A.M. Gokhale, IAS retired, for his role in launching the Village Development Board, VDB, first at Katsapo Village under Pek District in Nagaland, the Katsapo Village honored the pioneer of VDB by bestowing permanent citizenship certificate on late A.M. Gokhale and his family on November 20, 2023. The citizenship certificate awarded by the Katsapo Village Council and the general public designated the generational Gokhale family as permanent members or citizens of Katsapo Village. Highlighting the history, the first VDB secretary, Dukoy Vadeo, said that the concept of VDB was formed keeping in mind the importance of self-governance. He said that the concept was first developed and initiated by late Vamuzo Pesau, the then Chief Minister of Nagaland, and late A.M. Gokhale, IAS retired, the then DC of Pek District. Accordingly, after the general meeting held at Resozu Kel on December 11, 1976, the first VDB was established.